All right. Hello. I found my glasses. Isn't that exciting? I'm so excited. They were in my truck. Whatever. Anyways, if you're a female and you have a big vehicle, you get me. So, today, well, we have a few things to talk about, but I figured that I should probably just go ahead and run the intro. Um, this is, though, like my response since they won't name me, even though one of my moderators was in one of their chats recently and said, "Well, I know that you work for," I'm not even going to name her. So today is literally going to be me specifically addressing some of the audacious claims made by Manny Grossman. In my personal opinion, audacious claims, personal opinion. As well as because I know that I'm talking to more than one person, whoever else is behind him. I am well aware. I already know one name because I've been in contact with that person too, but I'm not going to throw them under the bus. But I don't play these games and, whatever. You want to sit there and act like you're the arbiter of truth? I would ask you why you sat on these files for over 2 years and didn't bother to even try to identify these process members. But you're welcome. I already did that part for you. Okay. So let's just go ahead and run it.
Let me teach you how to whip the grain. Inside peanut butter, outside with the candy frame. Serving corners in this jet. I'm on a quest to touch 100 mil before I lay myself to rest. Sitting on the Glock, I turn the beam on. A savage on the fucking run, the Unabomber, wreaking heaven, singing sad songs. Red rum, murder engraved inside of my mind. Pull up to your funeral and kill everybody inside. Lock and loaded, bust a hammer, hit the nail and crucify. Tie your body up in the dungeon to make your soul mine. Death note, got a page with your name on it. Bullets flying to your head like a fucking comet. Stepping out the coffin with that golden drip, slit wrist, perp smoke, gun clip, shooting from the fucking hip, walking out the catacombs, a chip all on my shoulder, told the chopper like a boulder, ain't nobody fucking colder, speaking tongue when I spit this on the mic, strapped up like a dike, yo bitch want the pipe, it's alright, I might hit tonight, I might end your life by the knife, you gon' pay the price, I'ma dim your fucking lights and leave you hanging by the side, rap inside your mailbox and reads that you a bitch, body bagging motherfuckers that be thinking that they slick, 5'9" to the death of me, I never shall repent, hollow tip straight to your cranium, I hit another lick.
Well, isn't that special?
Don't forget, we are literally out here fighting demons, y'all. And yeah, because according to, Manny Grossman and his ilk, I am acting like a old church lady, right? That's what I'm acting like, is an old church lady feeding into the satanic panic, which is just completely freaking ridiculous to me. But hello, Jay Snider. Hi, Anna, the inbred Nazi. And hello, Nachikita and my Cherie and Olani and Carl Hassel and Kat and Nathan Ward. Hello, hello, everybody. So, yeah, church lady for the win. Well, it's really quite astounding, and people are allowed to state their opinions. Hey, Lazarus. So I am going to state mine, right? Because I've been pretty respectful up to this point. And I'm not trying to purposely be disrespectful, but I am going to state my opinion. I think it's really insane that within the past like 72 hours, we've gone from Wheat is threatening to sue me through Manny. I need to cease and desist and issue an apology and a retraction to Manny's going to do a devastating takedown of anybody that touches these files and brings it onto the screen, right? And then we move on to the files are somehow released, right, on that website. So now he doesn't have to. And then now it's he's going the Zen mode, right? Like we've gone through all of these different emotions and everything. It's really wild. It's been wild to watch. Um, I have no judgment against his job at all, like whatsoever. I think that gardening is like a really cool hobby, and that would be awesome to have that as your career. Like if you enjoy it, good for you. And I'm sure that he makes good money. I've never said that he was a process member. I've never said that. So lumping me in with that, I've never said that. I've never insinuated that either. Obviously, other people have their opinions, but Manny repeatedly states that his channel is where people get their modern day understanding of the Son of Sam case. I've never watched your channel until like a week ago, bro. Never. I read the book and then I started this. And then people started sending me information. Sorry. Hate to break it to you. That's not my modern understanding of it at all. And the whole like gatekeeping of information, I don't like it. You guys are under NDA, whatever, or you're not. Because again, I think it's really crazy that you go from one day like you're putting yourself at risk by violating this NDA, and now it's just all of a sudden on the Queen's DA site, and now whatever. It's completely ridiculous. I'm sorry. I can see through it, and for the other people that are involved, because there's never just one, right? Uh, Come on, tighten it up. So, something that I would like to start with, and obviously, I for this, I'm sorry, I do have to be a little bit evasive. I'm not going to state where I got this from. However, it is my understanding that this is in the Son of Sam documentary. So I'm not like violating anything, even though I didn't sign anything. And I like literally have nothing to lose. So you want to sue me? Go for it. Good luck. Don't care. But this is a letter that was written from Charles Manson to Ed Sanders, right? And this portion, from what I understand, is shown in the Son of Sam documentary, the one that's on Netflix. I haven't seen it. The clips that I have for my schizo clips are from YouTube, from the preview. But I haven't seen it. I can't like watch true crime anymore. I can't watch true crime propaganda. But I'm going to show you guys this because this notion that I've stated over and over again, and I'm not here to tell people what to think. However, this notion that David Burkowitz has nothing to lose by changing his story or by keeping his story, whatever the case may be now. Because I also think it's kind of weird that people were changing their tune about this most recent book, right? Like that also kind of flip-flopped. Seems like people can't really stick to one opinion, right? Or one situation. You know what I mean? But the idea that someone doesn't have something to lose, even this many years later, this many decades later, is completely insane. But I'm not just here for Son of Sam, right? You guys know that. If you've been here for a while, you know that. This was not my intention at all. And obviously, we took a lot of time with the Manson case. And now, quite frankly, this little situation that's been going on here makes me think I have a different opinion about what happened to Sharon Tate now. Or I should say the reasons why. I have a very different opinion. And quite frankly, I think that this opinion now is it makes a little more sense. But let's go ahead and take a peek, because the idea that the DeGrimstons were around when that happened and then they're around when this happened, and I'm sorry that you didn't take time to factually identify these people, but I did. It's on my Twitter. You can go look at it. The idea that these people just happen to be around when these things are happening, okay. Some people refer to that as like chaos magic. I don't choose to live in a reality, as you say, where that's just happenstance, because that's not reality. That's bore out over time, history wise. Now, again, this is just a portion of the letter, guys. Let me make this bigger because that is super small. Hopefully, you guys can see it and I'm not cutting it off. So, obviously, his handwriting is very bad, right? But you can see right here, Robert Moore is a class act punk and made everyone look bad. I'm guessing here, guys. When he got in the movies with the African Queen, pulled the covers off every freak in Hollywood. I wonder who that is, if that is African Queen. I wonder if that's that chick, remember, that we found? She's so beautiful, like very tall, very slim. I showed you guys her, and of DeGrimston, I guess, remembers what I told her at Polanski's party. Okay? So there it is. And he spells Polanski with a Y. I mean, from what I understand, quite frankly, his brain was scrambled at Vacaville, which doesn't surprise me because we've already talked about Donald DeFreeze. But like I said, I was told I have timestamps. If I need to drop it in the description afterwards, I will, because someone was kind enough to go onto Netflix and find the timestamp for me. This is what is shown in the documentary. So I'm not breaking any promises that I didn't make. Didn't sign an NDA, nothing like that, because I wouldn't do that, but that's just my personal take. Let me see. Sounds like someone FAFO, and at best he needs to cut out the gluten in his diet. Let me see. Most clear take, in my honest opinion. Manny did a great job covering the Son of Sam. Lots of great videos where he traveled to the locations and interviewed living witnesses with super interesting stuff. Then he suddenly decided that it was all BS seemingly overnight. And hello, Medley Childress, you made it. And Mike V. I'm not hating on the guy. I don't really like what's going on. I think it's kind of gross, but there were a lot of people here that respected his work. You know what I mean? And I'm not knocking that. It seemed like he was really invested. I don't know. But literally, we've cycled through like an entire career in the past like 72 to 96 hours, which is just really wild to me. And I'm not here to tell people what to think, but the idea that this is just this small case, this little period of time, and David Burkowitz definitely is telling the truth, right? This time he means it. Yeah? Okay. Whatever you say. I don't I don't buy that, and again, I will repeat myself because I feel that I need to, because it keeps being repeated by him. I have never said that he was a part of the process. I have never said that he was covering for the process. Now, him saying straight up that the Process Church of the Final Judgment does not exist, that's a lie. That is a lie. I have proven that. And again, I think at this point it is a gross misrepresentation of the information. I know he's probably going to get upset and be like, you need to blah, 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 blah. Don't care, bro. Don't care. Because you were supposed to do like a super takedown, right? That's what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to do an ultimate devastating takedown, right? It was going to be historical, blockbuster, groundbreaking. That's what you said over and over and over again. And I replied to you and I gave you time. And all of a sudden, the files are uploaded to the Queen's DA website. And well, isn't that just convenient? Isn't that convenient, right? Oh, thank you so much, Malinas. I don't know what SEK means. I don't know where you're at. But thank you. Good work. And hello, Curb Creeper. And hi, Tom Cooper. I haven't seen you in a while. And the Process Church Anchor Baby. I don't even know what Process Church Anchor Baby means. Don't even know. Don't care. I don't think that he's a part of the process. I really don't. And I don't care that other people do. People are allowed to have opinions. Oh, you're in Sweden. Well, hello. Thank you so much for being here. People can have an opinion about him. I don't care. That's fine. I'm just saying, I've never said that. And I feel like personally, when you're saying really silly things like that, you're trying to discredit my work. You're trying to discredit Virginia's work and the work that we've done together. But I'm going to be the bigger person, and I'm addressing you directly, even though I'm the one that shall not be named, right? And thank you so much, Medley Childress, the $3. Thank you, and El Deuterino. These rabbit holes go all over the place. Process Church Anchor Baby means fake landscaper, disinformation agent. Well, stop it. I don't, like I said, I don't believe that he is. I'm sorry. I don't. I think it seems like he was really genuinely invested, and you know if you I'll keep my thoughts to myself, but we've talked about whistleblowers and other intelligence situations, and I'm not calling anyone a criminal, right? I whatever. This whole thing is so stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb. But guess what? Just because I'm a female doesn't mean that I'm not going to come on and defend myself. You want to sit there and like call me a silly little church lady, whatever. That's fine. And Jim Harwood. Oh, well, thank you so much. You guys need to stop that. Now, I'm going to show you guys. Thank you. Stop. I'm going to show you guys because I also think that this is going to help kind of put things into context. So the red box documents from the Church of Scientology when they were raided, right? I told you guys eventually, and we're not going to do it today. Today's not going to be super information dense, but I am going to show you guys from this that they had internal documents where they were trying to pressure someone into confessing to the Gall and Sharp murders. This is internal church documents from the Church of Scientology. So tell me again that David Burkowitz has nothing to lose and that he's absolutely telling the truth this time. Yeah? Okay. Let's go ahead and take a peek really quick. All right. So here we go. I'm scared to zoom in too much. See, it's a book on Google. This is so annoying. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so right here, situation. Sharp/Gall murderers never brought to justice. Why? Suspects have never confessed. Handling. Suspect Marie Cameron having pressure put on her from different sources. And see, look at all these other interesting things. I think there's something up above here about Paulette Cooper. Yep, right here. So handling. PC's name, I think, put all over town in public places with her address. Police now have a graffiti task force that traces down any person's name written on any public places like subways or subway's wall. This is part of the current pornography campaign. Also, PC will probably receive phone calls and visits. Her address was also included, only in America. See? That's Paulette Cooper. Now, obviously, we're not here to really talk about Paulette Cooper deeply. However, look at all this crap that they're doing. Universities, right here, need to establish cover organization with government agencies. Yeah? There's a lot of stuff in here. This thing is over 1,000 pages long. Now, obviously, do I think that, like, I'm gonna find a smoking gun in there? No. No, I don't. But it's the idea that, I don't understand why this information is being filtered because I can tell you guys, I know for a fact, and I do know it for a fact, that not all of the documentation that people have is being let out. I know that. I know that for a fact. And I only have one piece that's not public, and I just showed you guys part of it. Take the hint, right? It is what it is. So there is something to hide. There is something to gain. And I'm not accusing anybody of being a criminal. But this ridiculous campaign, this devastating takedown, the ultimate takedown, historical, groundbreaking, blockbuster, changing the way we understand the Son of Sam. You're wrong. You're wrong. Let me see. Give me an O, give me a B, give me a F. Fuscation. What's that spell? They're just trying to cover for flaunting involvement in a military intelligence op and didn't want to become federal prisoners or the fertilizer for the grounds of the jail. Touche, J. Snider. And hello, Mr. Crow and Chris Corley. Oh, Sub Sailor. Hey, what's up? And let me see. I don't want to read a lot of these comments in here, guys. I'm sorry. They have people reading all graffiti or name in public places. OMG. Hi, JD Lotus. I haven't seen you in a long time. And Jim Harwood. Yes, I am making fun of him and his hyperbole. Yeah, absolutely. Because, he feels that like I'm a moralist church lady feeding into the satanic panic. You guys already know that's like a really big red flag with me. Why do I feel like I keep getting surrounded by people that have like these sort of like strange, even fringe connections to like Scientology, ex-Scientology, the process? Because let's not forget little Miss Vanessa LaRose, right? Little ex-Scientology queen, whatever. She did the exact same thing. That's always going to be a really big red flag with me. Now, I am going to pull up here because I haven't shown it in a long time. And Forensics of Evil that they had brought up, and I haven't dug into it too much, but I do think that it's absolutely relevant. So I'm going to show you guys two slides. One is of Timothy Wiley, because this is going to show specifically the time period when Estelle Myers joins the Foundation Faith of the Millennium, right? This is the chick that starts going completely nuts about having babies in the water, right? Because she wants the babies to be able to talk to dolphins. Yeah, we went over that. But I told you guys that I found out in the newspapers, right? That stupid newspaper research. Yeah, I'm not a serious person because I'm reading through like birth records and newspapers and ship manifests, XYZ. Estelle Myers worked for Rupert Murdoch. Well, who else worked for Rupert Murdoch? Maury Terry. Or Terry Maury, whatever. So, in the grand scheme of things, and in the context of history, do I think that there is a good possibility, and I'm not here to debate it with anybody because I can't speak to it, but do I think that there is a good possibility that at some point he became a disinformation agent? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That doesn't mean that everything in there was a lie, because those names are not lies, and they're not. They're absolutely not. I've proven that, but you're welcome. That should make the next, how many months did you say? The next year and a half that you're going to be working on that list. I've already figured out a lot of that for you. So you're welcome, and I won't expect any credit because I don't care. Now, let's go ahead and look at this PowerPoint really quick just so you guys know what I'm talking about. So this is Timothy Wiley, whatever. The slide's not like super beautiful. It is what it is, but right here. So if you guys remember when I went on to, gosh, what was it? William Ramsey. Yeah, so he was the one that informed me about Father Jesse because I didn't know, and I was so excited because I really didn't have anything from this time. I just knew that they were involved in a lot of the like psychic psychometry, biofeedback, all of this stuff, right? And that's when they were selling the energy rings, whatever. And that's my favorite picture of him healing the lonely. Yeah. And look, he's painting someone's nails right there. Okay. Like, come on. I can't stand it. Anyways, so that is the time period. What was that? Like July 1977? Okay. So now we're going to look at Estelle Myers, right? Because this is technically, this is a direct connection from the Process Church of the Final Judgment to Maury Terry himself. And it is. And man, those stupid newspapers just provide so much information. It's quite unfortunate that people want to live and die by the words of or reports of police officers and investigators who maybe not have something to gain or lose, right? By witnesses who maybe not have something to gain or lose. Yeah? Okay. So this is her wiling out about the water, losing her mind, right? Water babies, are they more content? This chick is freaking nuts. But let me zoom in without, there we go. So right here, Estelle Myers, 45, who once worked as a marketing executive for Rupert Murdoch in New York. And this is when she's literally running around the world trying to get everybody to have babies in the water. Yeah? She's a little bit nuts to me. However, it is what it is. That is a direct connection. So do I think that there is a very good possibility that the information pool got tainted? Yeah, because that's how things go, because people are human, right? Everybody wants to say that they would do better or be better, right? Because it's easy to say that in hindsight, and it's easy to say that as a third party. It's easy to say that when you're not there and not making any claims one way or the other. However, the idea, I feel like I'm kind of being discredited and disrespected, quite frankly. And I am a lady, Come on, right? If I'm an old church lady, and I am old, so that's fine, doesn't hurt my feelings. But if I'm like an old church lady, be a little bit more respectful. I haven't done anything wrong to you. I didn't ask for those files. They were sent to me anonymously, literally. They were literally sent to me anonymously. I don't know who sent them, and that's fine. I still don't know to this day. They match the files as far as I know. And then I have that one extra piece of information that I just showed you guys from Charles Manson. Because these things are connected. There is enough, and people want to say, like, you got to be able to bring it to court and blah, 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 blah. I would like to point out for the peanut gallery that part of my frustration with the process is that these people are literally dying. They're dying. They're all dying. I think we have like 1 or 2, maybe 3 of Marianne's foot soldiers left. Yeah? So it's really easy to say that I need to get something that is actionable within a court of law. Let me ask you something before I show you this. You may not care about Manson, whatever, and it's certainly like not the hill that I'm going to die on, right? Because I'm just trying to add to the record here, trying to correct things. Fact with documentation, not stuff that goes into a court of law. Let's say that Sharon Tate was your relative, or Jay Sebring, or Abigail Folger, or Wojciech Frykowski. Wouldn't you want somebody to give a damn this many decades later about the truth? Seriously, the truth matters. So you can go over there and call the files the Manny Grossman files. I will not call them the Manny Grossman files because I don't know where they came from. Okay? But I'm going to show you guys, again, specifically, that we have identified, and we're not going to sit here and read everything, but I'm going to drive the point home that I have put in the time and effort to identify these people factually. They did exist. Some of them still do. And that some of them are at Best Friends Animal Society right now. Right now. That is a fact. That's not a conspiracy theory. That is a fact. You don't like it? That's not my problem. You start getting weird about that, then I might think that you are a part of the process or whatever people are saying that like anchor baby for the process. I don't know. So here we go. Robert DeGrimston again. Yeah, right there. Ship manifest proving that he was born in Shanghai, because where else did we get that information? We literally got it from Timothy Wiley's mouth. That's it. It was literally a rumor. Okay. I have him factually using DeGrimston 4 years before him and Marianne were married. So that narrative about him and Marianne is a complete lie. You think that that doesn't change things? It does. Now, what did I get from these files that was very helpful? These 3 colored pictures, as well as a port of entry, him coming into Chicago. I had never seen those photos before. So me, I am grateful. To say that there's absolutely nothing in those files is a complete joke. And it is a complete joke. Now, obviously, the color photo and passport of Marianne, those came from the files too. These were real people. These were people, literally. I mean, frick, where is it? I'm trying not to swear, guys. Hold on. Right. Ooh. Here we go. That's her. She literally went to Best Friends Animal Society. Okay? She died what? Almost 20 years ago? Yeah? Okay. Tell me that the files are complete garbage. Go ahead. Tell me that the files are complete trash. Again, I think, in my personal opinion, the lady doth protest a little bit too much. Yeah, that's what I think. But that's just my opinion. Because, again, Wheat still hasn't answered me, hasn't addressed anything. And now it's just so convenient that the files are up on the Queen's DA website. It's really crazy, right? Almost a little too good a timing, if you know what I mean. Let me say hi to the chat. Let me see. I'm a church lady. Well, hello, fellow church lady. SNL funny man Phil Hartman, friend of Squeaky Fromm, his brother John Hartman managed the Fugs and Ed Sanders. I didn't know that. What a small world. And hello, Don Lambert. And let me see. I think it's interesting that he started using Takedown, and that has always been pro wrestling term, and that stuff is all theater. LOL, disinformation. Yeah, well, Hello, Welsh Republic. And let me see. Hi, all hands on deck. I first heard you on William Ramsey and I've been catching up on your vids. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you're here. And let me see. Church ladies are cool. At least we're live. I don't know what there's a little bit of misspelling. I'm sorry. I just don't want to say something wrong. Well, I kind of am an old lady. I am middle-aged, but it's fine. I've embraced it. My hair's going gray. I'm not dyeing it anymore. Like, I don't even care. I'm like, whatever. I'll just look like what is that movie? Powder, right? Because I'm like really pale. I'll just end up looking like powder, like a human Q-tip. It's fine. And let me see. The morality argument is a endless loop. The Satanic Temple has the same approach. Temple of Set has the same approach. As we watch, they are still there, still free for crusting trafficking networks like it's nothing. There's no moral argument greater or relative like self-preservation. Whew, that is the truest thing that I think I've heard in a long time. I found Dana through a rabbit hole through SP Teve, Doug, ZDT, and then new here because Dana does good work. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that, Malinas. I hope I'm saying that right. My most favorite movie is Powder. I think Powder, I haven't seen it in a long time, but it's very fun. And hello, Aspa60. And bless you very much. And thank you. Maury also worked for IBM, another Nazi connection. Yeah, like I said, it's I don't doubt that he didn't become a disinformation agent, right? And sometimes that's hard to come to terms with for people, but he's not my hero. I don't feel spited by him. For what, 20, 30 years, that's what keeps being repeated. He didn't spite me, he didn't slight me, he didn't do me wrong. I literally just read that book. Still think it's a good book. Even if there's stuff wrong in it, it's still a damn good book. And he's not wrong about the process. He's just not. And I know that for a fact because I've been able to prove these things about the process. People act like these things aren't worthy of exploring. Who should we trust then? Why is this info so difficult to find and so hidden, especially if nothing to connect with it? Yeah, well, you know. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and look at Ken from the process, Dominic from the process. Yeah, let's go ahead and see who they are, okay? And here we go. So this is father and or brother Dominic Luther. That is the two names that he had. Again, I just went over this. This photo right here, I'm not completely sold on, though the features are very similar. And it kind of makes sense as he gets a little bit older. But he is a founding member, okay? And this, specifically the industrial physicist, and this photo right here, these are the two things that came from the files of Maury Terry or Terry Maury, whatever. And I was able to locate this Strathern Chemist Limited. This is a business that is registered in his name, okay? And over here, because reading through old boring documents, this is going to give you information that you need. This is all of the court records from the case that they lost against Ed Sanders in the United Kingdom. Yeah, because it turns out that they had a lot of stuff to hide. A lot. Now, I'm going to try to burn through the rest of these pretty quickly because whatever, I could sit here and rant and rave all day and I'm not going to. I'm just going to stick to the names that he pointed out specifically because I didn't show Frip last time. So let me see. Oh yeah, here's Lars, right? Got to look at Lars again. My favorite little cartoonist, little demon cartoonist. So here is Father Lars again, aka Harry Harano, Stephen Harano, who is literally working at Best Friends Animal Society right now. I have proven who he is. That is literally his high school photo. He is a person. This is not a name that Maury Terry made up. These are actual people. It's not everybody else's problem if the time was not taken in the past couple of years to verify that or not. It's really not. It's just completely ridiculous at this point. quite frankly. Now, who was the last one? Was it Frip? It was Grimston. Oh, yeah, it is Frip. Okay, let me pull up Frip really quick. Old Frippy. I don't know why I call him Frippy. It's because this dude spooks me out. I'm also going to show you his wife since she is deceased now too, because her name is Kaplan. And I'm not entirely positive, but I mean her name is Wendy. I'm sorry. I just my brain restarted. Her name is Wendy, but she also has a million other last names. Celeste Cole, Celeste Fripp, Wendy Cole, Wendy Peach, Wendy Peach Cole, Wendy Peach Fripp. Right? So I'm going to go ahead and show this one too, because her photo was included as well in the Ultimate Evil files. And if this person looks familiar or any of these names look familiar, maybe this is the gal that you guys are looking for. And I could be wrong, but it doesn't hurt, right? So this is Christopher Fripp, aka Christopher Alfred Fripp, aka John Christopher, aka Father, what is it? John Albin. What was the last one? Dang it. I used to be able to spit these off super duper quick. It's, yeah, Father John, Father Albin. I think that's it. Maybe. No, Abraham. That's it. Yep. John Albin Abraham. Sorry, guys. Oh, these people drive me nuts. There's so many names, but this is him. See all the different names and see right down here. Right there. That is him, literally John Christopher from Best Friends Animal Sanctuary, March 4th of 1991. Yeah, that's him. That is Christopher Fripp. Christopher Fripp, that's him. Coming into the United States. Yeah? These stupid, boring old papers, except for I'm not just reading through newspapers as it keeps being repeated. I've actually found naturalization papers, proof that these folks exist. But that is him. Now let's go ahead and take a look at his old lady. And here we go. So this is Wendy Ann Peach, aka Mother Cassandra Leonora, aka Wendy Ann Cole, aka Celeste Cole, aka Wendy Ann Fripp, aka Celeste Ann Fripp. See how fun this is? So many names. Oh, no. There we go. There we go. And that is her. Celeste Ann Fripp. Right? But oh, look over here. Celeste Cole. Yeah? Because don't forget, they're also doing animal husbandry at one point. Because why would these people be messing around with breeding when they're supposed to be super supportive of no kill? Let's go ahead and take a look at her super sus obituary, yeah? Because she's dead now. She died October 20th, 2022, according to the Best Friends website. Because this is the only place that you can find these people's obituaries. Oh, and look, right here, W.A. Cole, that's Wendy Ann Cole, okay? So that's all of the variations. Those are all of the names, again, for the peanut gallery that has been repeated over and over again, that was made up by Terry Maury, or, some other party made them up and pulled them out of a hat. No worries, Meatball, you're fine. This is a joke. It's insulting, and I feel like it is a gross misrepresentation of the facts. Now, see, I don't sit here and try to take credit. I don't ask for a pat on the back. I don't say that I am providing people with their modern understanding of the process church of the final judgment, even though, in my personal opinion, because I have been told that, I do think that I could. And that would be a statement or an observation a little bit proud, but would be grounded in truth. However, I'm not doing that. What I am doing is asking people to consider for themselves. And I'm not limiting it to the statements of other people who definitely have nothing to lose or to gain. That's the difference. Because this notion that there's no corrupt cops, no corrupt DAs, nothing of the sort, okay. whatever you say, right? Uh, Again, I'm not going to sit here and ramble all day. I have a million thoughts on my mind about the situation, but he spit off some names and I was like, "Oh, well, that's interesting because that person's given me information." And the information is checked out, it's fine, but obviously like this is a mess. And I don't play games because there was a mention of someone like writing a book, right? Yeah. See, I'm not here to make any money. I'm not here to profit off of this. I don't have an end game. I've had people ask me that quite a few times. There is no end game here. Not for me. And that's what people seem to have like a really hard time grasping. I don't care about writing a book. I don't care about making a documentary. I don't care about like making something for the culture that, in my personal opinion, is just going to be another propaganda piece. But that's just how I feel. I'm here for the truth. And again, I could state the modern understanding of the process church of the final judgment. This is where you might be able to find that information. But I wouldn't say that definitively because nothing is ever set in stone. However, I will go ahead and be petty and say that I have done the legwork for you. Okay. I have identified those processians on that list. So you don't need to do that because that took, finding that ship manifest literally took like 3 weeks. Seriously. Stuff's not really easy to find, especially when people have like 5 different last names. But I've already done that for you, so you're welcome. And, if you want to be a serious person, you said that you literally you were not able to lie. There was a bone in your body that would not allow you to lie, something silly like that. It was very overdramatic. I thought you were going to do a devastating takedown of my work. I thought you were going to do a devastating takedown of my research. So I guess that you're not. And it would seem that the circumstances, well, for anybody that's been on my channel for any amount of time, you guys know that I don't believe in coincidences, right? But it would seem that the circumstances have suddenly shifted and molded to avoid refuting me, which is unfortunate because I'm just getting started. So it is what it is, guys. Stay safe, and I will see everyone very soon.